Whether you're a real estate agent or not, looking at big, expensive, lavish houses is always fun and interesting. So today I'm breaking down the top 10 most expensive homes that sold in the US in 2022. My name is Mike Feldman with Bond Real Estate at Compass, and my team and I specialize in selling high-end and luxury homes here in central Indiana. So if you yourself are looking to make a move to or from the area, all my contact info is below, so reach out today and I would love to have a conversation with you. If you like videos like this, then make sure to hit the subscribe button so you can get alerted of all the new videos that I put out there. So today's video breaks down a recent article in Bloomberg magazine that highlights the top 10 most expensive sales in the US in 2022. And probably to no surprise, all those sales happened in South Florida, New York City, or the Los Angeles area. And while we've all seen a shift in the US economy, and especially the housing economy, the ultra high-end, like the ultra luxury sales in the US have relatively been unscathed, and they haven't really been affected that much by the overall economy or inflation. So I will say this, that this list is only containing true single-family homes. There were some home sales that were higher than what's on this list, but those were ranches. And the case with ranches, Colorado or Montana, Wyoming, what have you, is that a lot of those are used for commercial purposes and have multiple outbuildings and guest quarters and all sorts of buildings. And so once you factor those in, then you're not quite comparing apples to apples. So again, this list is only true single-family homes. All right, so without further ado, here's the list of the top 10 most expensive home sales to happen in the US in 2022. Okay, so number 10 on the list was the sale of two adjoining mansions in Coral Gables, Florida, which is right outside of Miami, and they sold for a combined $78 million. There was one mansion that was 11,000 square feet that sold for $34 million, and another mansion that was 13,000 square feet, and that sold for $44 million for a combined $78 million transaction. And it's rumored that the buyers of the property were the parents of Jeff Bezos, the founder of Amazon. Okay, so number 9 was a sale in Beverly Hills. It sold for $75 million, and the seller of it was singer Robbie Williams, and the buyer of it was rapper Drake. So it was a 20-acre property and had more than 20,000 square feet of living space in it. Okay, so the number 8 sale took place in New York City, right on 5th Avenue, overlooking Central Park. It was a 6,700 square foot penthouse that sold for $75.9 million. The number 7 highest price sale in the US took place in the Hamptons. It was sold by a Wall Street financier for $84.5 million. It was a 9-acre property with a main house that was 11,000 square feet, 6 bedrooms, 7 bathrooms, and had 384 feet of beach frontage. Okay, so the 6th highest sale in the US took place in Malibu. It was a $100 million property that sat on 3.5 acres on a cliff that overlooked the Pacific Ocean, and the main house had 8 bedrooms and 12 bathrooms, including about 208 feet of private beach. And the seller of it was a self-made billionaire who made her fortune in the self-storage business. Coming in at number 5 was another sale in New York City for $101 million. The seller of it was Paul Allen, who's one of the co-founders of Microsoft along with Bill Gates, and the buyer of it was the widow of the late billionaire David Cook. It was the purchase of 2 properties that were combined into one, and all we know about the properties is that they took up the top 2 floors of that building. The number 4 spot belongs to a sale in Coconut Grove, Florida, which is right outside of Miami, and it sold for almost $107 million. The seller of it was a philanthropist, and there are 2 houses on the property for a total of 12 bedrooms and about 25,000 square feet. A sale in Holmby Hills, Los Angeles takes the number 3 spot. If you're not familiar with Holmby Hills, it's right next to Beverly Hills, and that property sold for almost $120 million. It sat on 3.5 acres and included a main house, a guest house, a pool house, and a staff house. All right, so we're down to number 2, and that sale took place in Bel Air, California, and it sold for $141 million. And the developer originally wanted $500 million for the property, but then it was listed for $295 million. And after a long time on the market, the developer actually filed for bankruptcy. It was eventually sold for $141 million. And this house was referred to as The One. So it was a 100,000 square foot property and had 20 bedrooms, 30 bathrooms, a 30-car garage, 4 pools, and just the primary suite alone was over 5,000 square feet, and that itself had its own private pool. Okay, finally, the most expensive listing that sold in the US in 2022 took place in Manalapan, Florida. Never heard of it, neither have I, but it's just north of Miami, and it sold for $173 million. The seller of it was the co-founder of Netscape, and the buyer of it was Oracle founder Larry Ellison. And the property was 16 acres with a main house of 62,000 square feet, 12 bedrooms, and multiple guest houses and cottages scattered throughout the entire property. Those were the 10 most expensive houses to sell in the US in 2022, and while unfortunately none of those are on the market right now, if you yourself would like to see a multi-million-dollar ultra luxury home anywhere in the US, all my contact info is below. Reach out to me. I would love to schedule something and fly out to wherever that house is and show it to you directly. Thanks for watching today. Take care.